So today I was out riding on my bike, right? And I like riding on my bike because of the space it kind of puts me in. It's sort of like when you're sitting on the edge of a cliff, you're just like really aware of what you're doing. Um, you're not worried about what's going on tomorrow or what other people think of you and all the other junk that wants to take up your time and your attention. When I'm riding on my motorcycle, it's a lot like that. I'm focused. I'm sort of one with what's going on around me, to where if a car pulls out in front of me, I'm not going to think about what I'm going to do. It's just going to happen. It's just going to happen. It's just going to happen like that. So when I'm in that space of just letting things happen as they come at me, as if I'm looking at that road going down the highway on the bike, I'm open to what is coming at me. Now, when I'm open like that, is often when I gain insight, when I'm on that bike riding around, because of that space that it puts me in. I'm able to hear a little easier, able to see a little easier when my mind isn't crowded out. And today I was riding my bike, and I was given some insights, I believe, and I wanted to share them with you. I turned around, I came home, I got on camera here just because I felt really like this is something I need to share with you. Okay, so things that come at us. One thing that comes at us is praise from others, right? Praise. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with praise. There's nothing wrong with receiving a compliment so that you can be encouraged by it. When it just happens, when it just comes at you, when it just comes at you like the road does as you're riding the bike down it, right? In that same manner. Yet, it's not to be sought. It's not to be looked for. Incorrection can come at us in that same way. It's not to be sought or looked for, but when it comes at us, we need to respond to it. We need to go with the flow of it, just like we would on the road with the motorcycle, right? And if anything, I'd say correction is a little more precious than praise, because if you love the truth, it's better for someone to be honest with you and speak truth with you rather than to flatter you and puff up your ego, right? And so for this reason, I embrace those who disagree with me. But you don't have to disagree with me to get a hug. I'll still embrace you. You don't got to fight with me to get me to love you. I love you anyway. But I'm correctable today, and I'm open to different perceptions besides my own, because I know that I know in part. I know a small part of the big picture. St. Paul in the book of Corinthians in the Bible, he says, I know in part, I see in part, but when, knowledge will pass away. What I think I know is just a little bit of what actually is. Because what actually is a lot bigger than the little part that I can see from where I'm at. Right? Yeah. So knowing that I know in part, I can entertain the notion that others have become more mature than me, and they stand taller than me. And because they stand taller than I do, they've grown that way. They can see further down the road than I can, as a result of that stature that they've attained over time and the seasoning that they've acquired by experience that I've yet to experience, right? And I've come to understand that I can only see in part. I can only share with you the part that I see. I can only share with you the part that I know. Because I am a part of the very thing that I am whole within. I am a part of the very thing that I am whole within. So I might be the eye, but I don't function as the heart. Right? Yeah. But yet I need the heart to be there for me to be here. Because without the heart, I cease to be. So we're one body. We're one body with different functions, with different perceptions, with different gifts. That's a good word, gifts, yeah. But space and time play their function in the formation of this body. Like I said, for me to be here, the heart needs to be there, right? Yeah. Right. So I've come to realize that I don't need to depart from others simply because our functions and our perceptions aren't the same. I mean, after all, how could I know what the heart knows, see what the heart sees? I'm in a place of space and time where I am, and it is where it is. I have my own apart from the space and time that it does. It has its own apart from the space and time that I do. For example, say this is the heart, this fist, and here's me over here, right? This can see from where it's at in space and time. It takes up this space in this time. Because it takes up this space at this time, this being me cannot take up that same space at this time because it is taking it up, right? That's just how space and time work. Now, because of that, I cannot see what it sees from that position of space and time. You getting it? Yeah. So I have to let it be and let me be together. Together. I can let it be and me be. We can both be, and we in our being, we can be together. We can be together. We can be one, even though space and time we're in may be different, right? Yeah. Because apart from space and time, we're really not unique. We're the same. It's in the coming together of the body. It's in the coming together of the parts that the body takes form. So I can embody others along with their differences, right? I can embody others along with their differences. And because of that, I'm open to correction and I'm open to discipline. I'm open to correction and discipline. I receive that from others, and a lot in the same manner that the eye would see the hand going in a bad direction and about to touch a hot stove, tell the brain to tell the hand to draw back, right? But what if the hand wouldn't receive that correction from the brain and the eye? I think it's going to get a little hot. It's going to feel a little pain, right? Now, it can learn from the pain that it's going to feel, which is a hard way, or it can learn from receiving the correction from the other parts of the body, which is the better way. And sometimes we have to do things the hard way to learn that there is a better way, right? That there is a better way than our own way. There, in this better way that's better than our own way is the way of every part functioning together, right? Yeah. So I'm very open to correction and discipline because it serves me. It's actually the way that the rest of the body serves me. I'm not depreciated by being served. You see that? I'm not depreciated by being served. But in order for me to be served, I must be open and receptive to the correction and to the discipline that is being served to me. Yeah. What makes them a servant is my ability to be served. How could they be a servant with nobody to serve? And that's what we're called to be, ain't it? Servants. Not control freaks, not lords that try to master and enforce conformity, but servants. Servants. Yeah. So correction and discipline I am open to. What I'm not open to though, is accusations of being. Accusations of being don't hold a lot of weight with me. And why do I say that? I say that because being comes from knowledge of the past. Accusations of being come from knowledge of the past. That's where accusations of being come from, the knowledge of the past. What actually is can't be spoken. What actually is cannot be spoken. Words can point to it, but can't say it. They can point to it, but they can't say it. Thus, a lot of the masters of old just never said anything, but let the present speak what words could not transmit. So all accusations of being come from knowledge of the past, because by the time the word comes out of your mouth, the laws of impermanence are at work and things are changing so quickly that before you speak, things have already changed. Right? Things have already changed even before you spoke them, right? Minds change, feelings change, hearts change. The physical matter in your body is changing at such a fast rate that before your eyes take in the light of the change happening, it's already changed. You can look up in the sky and see stars that you're just now catching the light from, but they've been gone years and years ago because they're light years away. They burnt out ages ago. You're seeing what they were, but you're not seeing what is, right? Right? Do you get that? So that space teaches us that. The universe teaches us that. that we can only see what was, not what is, right? With these eyes, with this mind. Because everything's changing, everything's changing. So if I really want to see what's coming, out of the stillness, and that's where it all comes from, out of the stillness, out of the silence. If I want to see what's coming out of that, I have to be that. I have to be that. That's in the Word of God in the Bible. It says, be still, be still and know that I am God. Be and know. Be and know. The knowing comes with the being, right? The knowing comes with the being. Not from this, but from the being itself. And when we're connected as one body, one being, then when the hand hurts, the foot knows it. When every part of the body senses what the other parts are sensing. When the body is healthy and alive and functioning as one being, right? One being. That's what I want to be today. I want to be one being with you, to where when you're hurting, I know it. To where when I'm laughing, you're laughing with me. When I'm crying, you're crying with me. And vice versa. To where we laugh with those that laugh and cry with those that cry, right? To where we don't have to do it alone. We become yoke fellows. We pull through this thing. We pull through this field of life together. So today I've learned just to discard all those accusations of being. I can't say that you're right or wrong, that you're this or that you're fast or slow, happy, sad, selfish, or loving. Rather than do that, I choose to just melt into you, overcome you with love, and consider with you, cry with you, laugh with you, eat and drink with both sinners and saints as they are in their time. And we're both, aren't we? There's times I've been a sinner, there's times I've been a saint. But who I really am is neither are. The I Am the Walrus song had a little line in it, I am me as you are me, or something like that. It had a little bit of wisdom to it, you know? And so today I just welcome you. I love you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm open and receptive to your perceptions and to your feelings and to your to what you're going through. Let's go through it together. I'm here for you. I love you. I'm listening to you as if you were me. Namaste.